Hey guys, it's Joe. And I'm always thinking about you guys, and I'm also thinking about how I can do things beautifully but simply. And today I thought the most simple thing that you can have, and something I love so much, is butter. And so I thought today I would show you how to make butter because it's easier than you think. If you're stuck at home with small people, this is fantastic. They're always blown away and they love it. And it's really delicious, like super delicious. Great thing as you're entertaining this summer. Put it on the table and you're like, I made my own butter. I mean, people think you are very, very capable despite your actual skill level. So let's get to it. But first, I want to tell you that if you haven't signed up to the newsletter at zoeford.com, do so because we have a top secret launch coming. I'm so excited about it in a couple weeks, and it's going to be an exclusive launch at first to everybody on the newsletter. So sign up, link in bio on Instagram or zoeford.com. Now let's make butter. So the first things first is if you've made butter before, you've probably used a KitchenAid and it gets everywhere because what happens is the cream is going to start to kind of curdle and then it's going to separate from the beautiful buttermilk, and the buttermilk wants to go everywhere, and I make a mess generally on a good day. So I've decided to try this technique about making it in the Cuisinart. I have a couple of bowls here just to speed it up and show you guys more quickly, but this I think is the way to go. So number one, you're gonna need some good cream. Today I tried using just regular whipping cream, works great. So if you can't get anything superior kind of cream, don't worry about it. This is a really good brand in Quebec that they sell all over the place. I really love it, has really good flavor. So we're gonna use this, don't worry about it. Whatever heavy cream or whipping cream you can get. So 35% cream, that's going into, and this is nice and yellow. We had a question about whether the butter would turn out yellow or white. So I think this is going to be kind of yellow. So I'm going to put it in the bowl of the mixer. I'm going to show you part of the process here. I've already done part of it here. So I'm going to turn this on in the processor. And I broke this bowl the other day and flew across the room. So I'm going to hold on to it here. I'm also going to show you how to make a seasoned butter, a compound butter, lots of flavors in it. You can use whatever you have. Today I'm going to show you how to make one with some dulse and seaweed and some Portuguese sea salt, and also one with like an escalette pepper, really hot spicy pepper. So I'm going to show you right now. That's been on for just like 30 seconds. Look at that already. That's crazy. I think the other cream takes a bit longer because it's got stabilizers in it. I'm just going to run that for another minute while I tell you about a few things, and then we're going to go on to the next step. So I'm going to put this in here. It's going to take this process. It's going to take about 5 minutes. I'm going to show you how to wash the butter and get all the buttermilk out. Then we're going to season the butter, and I'm going to show you a really nice way to serve the butter, although butter looks good with everything. Okay, this is done. I really didn't think this would happen. It curdles. It's going to get thick. It's going to curdle, and then the buttermilk is going to separate from the actual butter, and this is done. I think that was maybe a minute and a half. I just want to show you without spilling any of this. You can see the butter inside. Well, this isn't how I expected that to go. This is way better. So what I'm going to do here is this is the butter, just to show you the difference. This is the whipping cream butter that I used, and this yellow one is the organic. I don't even know if this is organic. It's very wholesome cream. So what I'm going to do, this is the buttermilk from the first round. It's going to be really good, especially if you guys have purchased our pancake mix before. Buttermilk is the way to go on those. And this I'm going to reserve. It's going to be perfect for that. So what I'm going to do is take out my freshly churned butter that happened in about a minute and a half. That was sort of a relief. I thought it was going to take a long time. That's why I bring you guys along on these tests. So much more fun. Okay, so I'm going to get all the butter out of here. Hold on. Got some sticking under here. Okay, great. We're going to separate the buttermilk from the cream here in the strainer. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to just press it. Press it through. And as you can see, even on the top. And the reason you want to do this is because it doesn't really matter so much if you are going to use your butter right away, like the same day, but it does matter if you're going to keep your butter for a long time. You don't want to have really any buttermilk left in it because it will spoil more quickly. Okay, now I've got most of the buttermilk out of there. Now, this is a new step for me. So what we're going to do is put the bowl back on here. Get that on here. Get the bottom of the bowl. And I'm going to put this butter back in here. Whoop, where's my... Put the blade back in there. I'm gonna get all the butter out of here. Sort of chose the wrong strainer here. This is like a double strainer, so I would say just do quite a simple regular strainer. Okay, butter's going back in the bowl, and now normally, if you have made butter before or know anything about butter, you would wash this several times in water. This is a new trick I'm trying where I'm gonna put in about 3 tablespoons of water, and we're gonna wash it in here. And let's see if this works. I don't know why I test this stuff. I've never done it before. It could go horribly, horribly wrong at any moment. So I'm gonna let it, if you wanna cover this, I have a little stopper, but you can just put your hand over it. So I'm gonna just let it kind of go through here a couple times. And spill that out. I'll do that one more time. You really wanna have ice water. You wanna get this had a bunch of ice in it, get it really, really cold. 3 more tablespoons. I guess we're gonna do this until it's sort of clear. And I'm gonna have a solid mass of butter that you can see is going on in there. Okay, that's good. This is looking very good, and I see the clear water at the bottom. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put it in this bowl, and we are gonna squeeze out the water. I'm gonna leave a bunch of the water back in here. Pull all this butter out. You know how I don't like to waste anything. You also know how I like to use my hands. So this is a perfect recipe for me. You can put on gloves at this point if you want. I really love to sort of feel everything that's going on in there. Okay, and we're gonna just squeeze all the water and buttermilk, anything left in here. We're gonna wanna chill this. It's pretty warm right now. Always make sure your cream is like really, really cold. Get it into the fridge for a few hours. I see a little bit more. Squeeze as much as you can out. This is gonna really help preserve it for a long time. But I feel like that method worked pretty well. All right, so I'm gonna just hold that there for a second and rinse this bowl out. And then what I wanna do is I'm gonna use this bowl to, I like to get some old rags and clean old rags, and just so that I don't grease up all my nice towels, which I have done already before many times. So I keep these around for any time I have anything that I know is gonna be a big mess. Okay, so now I've got my beautiful mass of butter here. I'm actually gonna split this in 2. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to season this butter. This is a small amount. I use 2 cups of cream. Maybe next time I would probably use 4 cups of cream just to make it sort of worth it. This is a beautiful mixture I have from Stephanie. You may have watched her on Top Chef. She was in Top 3. She's incredible. And she has a beautiful restaurant called Hopscotch in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And she sent me lots of beautiful ingredients that I haven't used yet. So as I've been dreaming about the beach and the ocean and the waves and the sand in my ears and toes and everywhere, I'm gonna just turn this into a bit of a seaweed butter to take me there mentally to the ocean. So normally you want to wait to add salt to your butter till the end. So you don't want to wash out a lot of that salt, and it will wash out. So this is the time to add the butter. This dulse mixture is actually quite salty, super flavorful. So I'm going to put in about, I want this pretty seaweedy, so that's about maybe a teaspoon. And I'm going to save this salt for once I'm going to just work this through here. Now, the way they do this in France is they have some like paddles. I have to order some online. So I'm just gonna mix this through. Might be better in a metal bowl here, or with hands. Beautiful seaweed butter. I'm gonna put in a little bit of salt. Let's taste. God, that's good. I'm gonna put in about a 1/4 teaspoon, maybe a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm just gonna work that in. They have my favorite butter, Bordier butter. If you follow the newsletter, I once did a piece in the newsletter about Bordier butter. Oh, it's amazing. My mom and I ate at the Georges V in Paris, and we ate the butter like cheese there. It was so good. Okay, so now I've got my beautiful sea butter. There you go. So I'm gonna chill that down. Get that nice and ready to serve. Put it in a beautiful little bowl like that. And then I'm gonna take the second one and show you, again, these towels come in so handy. I just plop them in the washing machine. Don't use paper towels, bad for the environment. Okay, So second part of the butter feels so soft and amazing. This is some pimenton that my friend Gloria and Richard, they brought it back for me. I forget from where exactly, but it's really spicy. So I'm gonna get a bunch of that in there. Let's clean this up. I'm always getting messy over here. And I'm gonna put in some of this beautiful Portuguese sea salt, about a quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon. I'm gonna work this in, work it in however you want. Keep the butter really, really cold. So nice to have a bowl of ice next to you, and you can put this bowl over it. This might need a little more, or maybe put some pepper in there. I can see some liquid still coming out. So make sure you squeeze that all out. This is my pimenton butter. I'm not gonna go too salty on it. All right. If I had a little paddle, I think, you know, in France, they had like kind of paddled it, and then it looks so beautiful when you go to serve that in a platter. So let me put this in a little serving dish. So here are my two butters, sea salt and pimenton. I'm gonna show you, I cooked something up earlier. So good. I made some beautiful scones. I was in Charleroi. I got this gorgeous whole wheat flour from Les Éblouements. If you're in that region, you know, they make so much of their own stuff in Charleroi, and you can't get it unless you go there. So I'm always kind of stocking up. So I made some black sesame and whole wheat scones. And, you know, if you're gonna serve some special butter, might as well serve it up, these gorgeous puppies. So if I was having people over, I'm probably just gonna put a couple of my butters on there, beautiful scones, serve that up for a really impressive tea. And guys, I mean, this takes no time at all, and it's so impressive and it's so much fun. Get in there, and I would love to see what you're doing. So tag us at Zoe Ford Montreal on Instagram. Go order the newsletter so you're part of the private launch that we're doing. We also have some new tote bags. They're beautiful. And shoot us an email. Let us know what you think. And I will see you next week with probably just one ingredient because I can't help myself. Bye. Enjoy.